Okay, first of all, I want to show you this. Girls can be heroes too. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. It's good to have you back, and I'm really excited to have this analysis done with you today. Today, I want to talk about something and also link it to one of my previous videos. And in that video, I did say that whether petroleum product is going to hit 2,000 naira. That video was when petroleum, especially when AGO was far below, and I did that video saying that with the rate at which the Iran war was affecting then and how production was and delivery from the Dangote Refinery, the closing of the streets of Hormuz, vessels were not coming in, a lot of things were not just happening around the industry. I just said that product was going to hit 2,000 naira, and a lot of people argued, right? A lot of people argued. But today I'm here to analyze, to tell you that actually that analysis came to pass. So, somebody want to say, is it a prophecy? Well, the analysis came to pass. So now, first of all, let's now take a deep dive. You know, I also did a video recently analyzing how many times the Dangote Refinery had a change of price for their PMS within 1st of March, when the war between Israel and Iran started on the 28th, and how US got into it, the peace deal, the different attempts that also didn't yield fruit, and how they all got to the point of no return where ships and vessels were sunk at the high sea, and how it affected not just Nigeria, it affected the whole country, the whole world. In fact, in the same America, a lot of people were, crying on the street because they haven't got gas at that level before. But now let us analyze, taking into consideration our own private-owned refinery. First of all, before I go into that, I would like to tell you the beauty about it. Do you know that the Dangote Refinery was adequately sufficient within this period of time? Yes, it was adequately sufficient within this period of time in terms of production, in terms of delivery. The only difference was that there was a price change. And this price change is just something elementary. It's just something mathematical, that when there is, situations like this, a lot of demand and supply takes place. At this point, it is also part of the things that people took opportunities in the market, and prices kept moving from one level to another. But now let us analyze. Let us look at how the Dangote Refinery moved its prices from this period of time to July. So looking at the first half, but also just taking into consideration from the 1st of March after the war started on the 28th. So the Dangote Refinery prior to that time had its product, below 8,500. The gantry price was below 8,500. But on the 20th of March, after the war started, things were going on fine. There was a lot of AGO in the system. By the way, what is AGO? Automotive gas oil. That thing called diesel. That diesel that what is called AGO. And then also to talk about it, automotive gas oil. So diesel was below 1,550 naira from February up to March. So while the Dangote Refinery was moving prices for PMS, they allowed diesel at some point, which is AGO, to be a little bit stable, and it was trading and selling below 1,550 naira. But on the 20th, something happened. Dangote Refinery moved AGO from 1,550 naira or below 1,550 naira to 1,800. It threw the company into chaos. People didn't believe it. A lot of companies, did not believe it. A lot of, users did not believe it. But that was the reality. The reality is that we were solely dependent on one source. And again, who wouldn't take advantage when opportunity arises? Besides, Dangote Refinery has made it clear that the crude that they are currently refining does not come 100% from Nigeria. They also import crude. So if they had issues for importation at that time, just like importation affected every other country, in terms of production, in terms of delivery, in terms of refined product coming in, again, it affected them too. So they moved prices from below 1,550 to 1,800. And the reality set in. Electricity, cost of running generators, everything skyrocketed. People started crying. Again, on the 30th of March, Dangote Refinery had to look at the whole thing, brought down the diesel price from 1,800 to 1,700. They had a decline there, right? Decline of 300 naira. But that was not very significant. Again, like I said in my previous video, all the prices being analyzed on these videos are prices at the gantry, not at the pump. So when once it gets to the pump, you can tell where the prices are going to. So as at the time that the price of AGO was loaded at 1,800 at the gantry, at the station, depending on the location, some locations were selling above 2,000, while some were at 2,000. And even the closest locations to the depots and the refinery were selling at 1,950, 1,980. So, I mean, just write that through your head. But I know that far away up country north, most locations were selling AGO above 2,000 naira. That analysis of the product get to 2,000 naira actually came to pass. So, let's go. And then it continued like that. It has been up, it has been down, it has been today up, it has been tomorrow down, it has been today up, it has been tomorrow down. A lot of Nigerians have raised their concern, a lot of Nigerians have cried, people have said, what are we going to do? But that is the reality. And the reality is that as a company, as in a country, we need to have what I call other sources. Even the modular refineries need to be refined. The government-owned refinery need to come on stream, and then the Dangote refinery also, which has been our major source of petroleum product, and seriously, kudos to them, has kept it there. Prices may differ, but availability was there. So if we're talking about availability, yes, it now becomes the cost, the implication of cost. So you have to weigh your options, whether you are able to buy or not, but not a question of scarcity or non-availability. So these are two different things. So as at this time, the product was selling at 1.8, at the pump price was above 2,000 naira. And then after the Straits of Hormuz the peace stop between US and Iran came to life, technically, and the war has been called up. The president of America actually did that on his birthday. So product now reviewed downward on the 3rd of July. Dangote Refinery reviewed product downward from 1,700 to 1,600. And has further, taken a dip. So right now, AGO that skyrocketed to above 2,000 naira is beginning to take a dip, and some places, even in Lagos and other parts of the country, are currently selling AGO at 1,600, and some places 1,660, while others 1,666. After the fully deregulated market, that pricing was not being controlled, the competition set in. You are at liberty to set your price basis what you feel like and how you want to sell your product. So that is now taking its toll. Right now, as I speak to you, AGO at the pump price has further reduced downward, and customers are beginning to have a breath of fresh air, because at some point a lot of things. But let's pause. What does that tell you when things like this happen? Things like this tells you that at times like this, you think outside the box. If I break outside the box and think, renewable energies, a lot of people started moving from petrol generator and even diesel generator to having solar. That the solar market also had a surge, because everybody was now going into solar. Because imagine looking at buying diesel above 2,000 naira for 1 liter. I mean 1 liter. Hey, this is the same industry where even when AGO was fully deregulated, It was selling at 100 naira some years back. AGO sold at 100 and something naira. Today we're talking about 2,000 naira per 1 liter. So people moved from the purchase of diesel to renewables, which is solar. Some people had to go through inverter with a lot of things. Just like when petrol, was having, bumped up, we saw people moving into EV cars and, buying electric cars to ease off their cost of transportation, while other people even park their cars. So we also saw that play out. This also affected the cost of production, affected in so way that even prices in the market were also affected. But one thing in Nigeria is that when things goes or when prices move on as a result of transportation, they don't come down. I think that's what we need to talk about. Why do they go up and don't come down, even when prices of petroleum products have been reviewed downward? So right now you can get AGO below 1,007. Yeah, you can get it below 1,007 and far below 1,009. We've left the 2,000. But again, I will remind you that analysis of whether product was going to get to 2,000 actually came to pass. It actually came to pass. So AGO actually traded at above 2,000 naira. We'll keep our eyes across, and then we'll also bring you update as it concerns the energy space, vis-a-vis the cost of replenishment and all of that, and so many other topics that we would like to talk about, around the oil and gas downstream sector. So, but before I go, have you subscribed to this channel? I showed you something earlier, that girls can be heroes too. Have you subscribed to this channel? Have you liked? Have you, comment? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. And also tell me how the pump price of diesel was at your location. It was there at any time you experienced shortage in supply? Did you ever experience scarcity? Anything? Let me know. Was it only pricing that affected you? Let me know all your thoughts at the comment section. Okay. From me to you, I said thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for staying through. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your likes. Thank you so much. Bye.